is Travis.
I'm Wade.
We're going to be asking some weird questions. We got ChatGPT up in here, and it's going to give us some prompts. Welcome to the channel. Uh, my first question for you, Wade, today is: would you rather have fingers as long as spaghetti, or feet shaped like pancakes?
Ooh, you basically have like oversized hobbit feet or hot dog fingers.
You can go with
I,
they're called flapjacks.
oh, dude, I think anything is better than the fingers, man. Like I have you seen everything and everywhere all at once?
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
Okay, so there's like it's basically like this movie where they like go through dimensions and stuff, and they go through like this alternate world where like everybody has like hot dog fingers like for on their hands, and they're like this long and they're all dangly and wobbly and stuff. And, it's
I think for me, yeah. I mean, as a musician, we're both musicians,
yeah.
so we can't
You
really.
couldn't do anything, man.
All I could do is use my mouth or sing. That's
Oh,
about it.
oh man, I could. Dude, everything would be so much harder. Like, could you imagine like trying trying to friggin' like type on a keyboard with
Or give your wife the saucy fingers.
I mean, that would be a bonus. That would be that. Hey, pros and cons, I guess. Yeah.
Oh man. Well, it's all limp. Nobody likes limp.
Man, I just can't get that image out of my head. Like, it's so gross, man. Ugh. All right, man.
So I guess pancake feet's where it's at.
I mean,
But the real question is like, are they soft? Like,
they'd have to be.
is there
Like,
any like stability there?
yeah, I mean, that would take you would never have to have foot care. Like, you wouldn't have to worry about like your feet ever getting like crusty
You
or
got
something.
built-in orthopedic.
Yeah, man. Like, you're just walking on clouds.
It's fluffy buttermilk,
Oh,
dog.
dude, that'd be perfect anytime.
Oh man, covered in butter though. Hey, we're starting to get into the foot fetish. I'm
Oh,
just saying,
oh,
foot
dude.
fetish scene.
We're gonna have somebody like looking up subcategories. Oh, okay, okay.
All right, brother. Let's see what the next one got for us. If you could make one animal the size of a house, which animal would you choose, and what would you do with it?
That's a good question, man.
First of all, I don't even want to turn an animal that big.
Yeah,
Like
that's
just,
immediately my
just
brain
like
just thinks about all of the inconveniences.
imagine the size of shit you'd have to clean up.
Dude,
Like that seems like a
you'd
biohazard
have to have like
issue.
yeah, there'd be one like um, I just think of Clifford, and all the terrible things. There's an episode of Family Guy where Brian gets sent to the pound, and then it like cuts over to the kennel next to him, and it's Clifford, and he's got like rabies, and he's foaming out the mouth, and he's like, did you kill a kid too?
Well, I was thinking, like, I've always wanted a dragon. So what about like a bird type or something like that? Like,
Dude.
can we ride it? Like, is it stationary? Or,
Yeah, like some like Lord of the Rings, like eagle like level.
yeah, yeah, the
Dude, I
eagles.
think imagine what would be the like most insignificant thing you could do, like a goldfish. Imagine a goldfish the size of a house, dude.
Just flopping around out
Or
there.
dude,
They
or
better turn into a Gyarados.
oh.
All right,
All right, all right.
I would have some issues if it didn't.
I mean, there are some terrible things though that would be awful. Like if you turned into the size of a house. Like, could you imagine a skunk like the size of a house?
Not just a skunk.
Just dusting clouds all over cities. Just you imagine spooking one of those, dude. You have a that's like a Chernobyl level like incident. You have.
Or like a porcupine that's just like
Oh, dude, that would be
just
cool,
spurring
dude.
everything.
That would be
Like,
dope.
oh man.
Yeah, I mean, there's some things that would be like. Imagine a giraffe. Like,
Or like
what like relation would the size be if because some giraffes are already the size of a house.
and then watching a giraffe fight because it just throws its neck
Yeah,
around
dude.
like
I
that.
mean, I've always been a huge proponent of the battle
Or
giraffe, like
or
armored
battle
giraffe.
giraffe.
Battle giraffe is the way, my man. I'm telling you. Like day
Or like
one, if we ever zombie apocalypse hits day one, I'm hitting the zoo, bro.
what
Battle
if
rhino, battle giraffe.
so do we have full control over these animals?
I would. I mean, for the sake of the argument, let's say so.
Okay, so
Like they're your homie. You know, you
they
have some like
yeah
Harry Potter level. Like,
yeah okay. So then you got to start thinking like apex predators.
yeah, because like a tiger the size of your house would kill everything it comes into contact
Everything.
with. They would just murder.
Like
Even a cat. Even a
just
cat.
your evil series just goes on, you know.
Yeah, imagine you piss a cat off the size of a house. Like,
Oh man. Well, let's move on to another question. All right. If you were a villain in a movie, what's your evil plot and what ridiculous sidekick would you have? I'd have a giant cat as a house.
what's the fucking the cat version of Clifford basically? Fucking oh, you had Katniss.
Yeah. Oh
Oh my
man.
goodness. Okay, so
Okay, like legitly.
read it to me one more time. Like how you
Um,
become a villain, or
no, it's um.
if I was a villain.
If you were a villain in a movie, what's your evil plot and what ridiculous sidekick would you have?
Okay. I I don't know. I think it'd just be funny to like monopolize one magic card, but it's like the worst magic card. Like I'm gonna monopolize all the soul rings.
It's not
Like
the. That's not the worst.
I
It's like
know,
one of the
I know,
most.
I know.
That's like
Okay,
the best.
immediately
But
as
like,
soon as I said
I'm just
worst, I
like,
thought of Soul Ring, and
bruh.
I'm like,
I'm
this
like,
is actually
bruh.
dastardly evil. Like
Yeah.
I'm gonna monopolize all the Soul Rings. Nobody will have a Soul Ring. I will be the only one with a Soul Ring.
God, that's such an insignificant
And
evil
I'll
plot,
bring
though.
one to every tournament and just burn it as I walk through the building.
You
I would.
would. At least it's not the Moxes or anything
Oh
like
my
that.
gosh. And then my I don't know, my sidekick would just be probably some like sleazy dirtball card store owner, you know, just the grimiest, dirtiest person you've ever met. Like,
What if? Okay, so if I was a supervillain or anything, what if like I erased all the ends of stories and nobody could ever finish a story?
you ripped the last 5 pages out of every book in
Every book
existence.
in
That would be
existence.
perfect.
In existence.
Hey,
And my side.
in my opinion, that would make some books better.
Probably.
Probably.
Probably. So my evil sidekick would be like a pack rat bookworm. Like
Okay.
just an oversized bookworm or something like
Okay.
that.
Okay.
You know? Oh man. My wife would kill me.
Oh, for sure.
She's
For sure.
she's a bookworm.
Oh yeah.
Just in general. Alright.
I mean, you'd just listen, babe. I just made every book that you read in the future 1% faster.
1%.
I just
This is
saved you.
only the last 5 pages.
I
Last
saved you
5 pages.
0.7% time. Now multiply that over the next 500 books. I just saved you a whole book, babe.
Exactly. You got more time to do the dishes.
Yeah.
That's
And
messed up.
with
That's
all that
messed
free
up.
time, maybe you could learn. Never mind.
No, we're not going into that. She's gonna watch this, and
I
I'm
know.
gonna catch hell for it.
It's gonna be all good.
She's gonna catch. I'm gonna catch up for it. That's for sure. Uh, would you rather have a pet sloth that gives you motivational speeches or a pet parrot that tells you terrible jokes?
Like crude, like racial, like just awful jokes.
Just awful.
Okay.
Just awful jokes.
Honestly,
Is the parrot?
I need the sloth. Like
is-
I need someone every day that takes me 15 minutes to say good morning.
Yeah, but it took him 15 minutes just to say good morning.
It's okay. In that time I've calmed down.
Yeah.
Whatever made me mad, it doesn't matter. Group of dudes looking
The
at me.
parrot couldn't go out.
Yeah.
It'd be like locked in the basement, and you're like, you never go into that door.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
You never. You can't go into that door.
You'd be like moved out within a week.
Now the parrot is the villain of the story.
Fair
and
enough.
I'm the sidekick.
Yeah.
Right? Oh man.
That's how you know you're in the bad place.
Alright, what do we got next? How many marshmallows do you think you could fit in your mouth before you explode?
Like, like biologically or like could like
Are we being forced
like
marshmallows into our?
what are we defining exploding as?
Are we
Like,
like
because you
Ed,
can
Ed
eat
and
enough to
Eddie
like
with
your
the
head.
unhinged jaw? And go 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 go.
Oh, before I exploded, I don't know. I feel like with over time, you'd reach a point where you could stuff them quite a few in there. I'd say
It said just your mouth.
I know it'd blow your head off. That's what they're saying. Like how many would how you'd have to shove into your mouth where it'd like rip your head off. I've never even played this game, but are we talking little marshmallows or big marshmallows? I need to know.
Big marshmallows.
Big marshmallows. Okay.
Yeah. Let's establish a baseline.
I'm 48.
48.
Maybe.
48 to tear your
To
head.
tear your head off? I'm telling you, you'd reach a point where your jaw like wouldn't move, and you could still stuff a lot in there. Yeah, maybe
You
38.
look like The Walking Dead with
yeah, I feel
jaw
more
hanging
comfortable
off.
around 38. I've amended my answer.
I don't know. I think like 50.
50.
Like somewhere in there, 50.
I'm probably fat ass.
Fuck you.
Bro, you wouldn't even know that like the first 12 went in there. They'd be gone already.
I already swallowed on accident.
Like, sorry, I couldn't help myself.
So you have to sew my fucking throat shut so I don't the whole 50 at the same time.
I'll just see it like you just skittering down your throat, like a cartoon.
Oh man. Would you rather live in a world where you can't stop hiccuping, or a world where you always smell like hot dogs? Smell like hot dogs, or you can't stop the hiccups?
I feel like if you lived, are you the only one that smells it?
Nah, everybody has to smell it.
Then
I mean,
it
that's
wouldn't
kind
be
of
a
one of
deal.
the down.
You wouldn't even notice after a while.
Yeah, I couldn't deal with having the hiccups all the
I
time.
know,
dude.
right? Like when you think of it that way, the alternative is so much worse. Like,
Yeah.
could you really imagine like I mean, all the time? And how fast are we talking?
Have you ever like
We're
have you ever
talking
had
like
the
if
hiccups?
it's 10 seconds between every hiccup, that's a lot different than like 2 seconds between every
Yeah,
hiccup.
yeah. But like, have you ever had the hiccup while you're eating?
I have, yeah.
Your significant other turns to you. You okay? Do I need to?
I know, and then like an uncomfortably large amount of food just went shoveling down your gullet, and you're just sitting there thinking like, wow, I'm a fat ass. That was a lot easier than I thought.
I don't appreciate you calling me fat all the time.
I'm fat. I was talking about me. I wish you wouldn't project so much.
Project? Project? Projecting nothing, bro. Oh man. So it's anonymous. We would rather just smell like hot dogs.
Yeah, the first week would suck. After that.
Just work a hot dog stand, and then it's like you blend into your surroundings.
Yeah, there's like fucking 300 people in the world that are like, they're like, you mean every day of my life?
You wanna touch my wiener?
Ask me about my wiener.
If you could trade places with an inanimate object for 24 hours, what would it be and why? If you could trade places with an inanimate object for 24 hours, what would it be and why?
I want to say something so profound, but my immediate answer was vibrator.
Same. That's the exact same thing I went to.
Okay.
But specifically my wife's vibrator.
Yeah,
I
okay,
just want to be
okay.
specific about that. But let's X that. X that.
Yeah, so
X the gutter.
Yeah.
X the gutter.
We'll take a different
Okay.
outlet. What would be a cool thing to be? Like, could you imagine being like, I don't know, like I don't know, I just something like being like the game ball for like the greatest game ever played. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, are you talking about like an NBA championship or
Yeah,
the Super
something like
Bowl
that,
or
or
something
like
along
not even
those?
just like a Super Bowl, just like
Question:
the greatest Super Bowl.
can
You
you
know.
feel pain?
I mean, inanimate objects, for the sake of the argument, they
Imagine
are
getting
not.
smoked by one of the top kickers in the NFL.
So like, all right, ready? You're just like, no,
no,
no, no, no,
no, no,
no, no,
no,
no,
no,
no,
no.
no.
He's over there.
Glug,
He's over there
oh!
practicing with you, like on the sidelines, and
Makes me think of
you
the
hear a
like
faint.
sausage party like movies. Just oh my god, that'd be perfect. It almost makes it better. Just like imagine it screaming through the air as every time it's flying.
I think you'd be like a keyboard because everybody presses your buttons all the time.
Yeah. Okay. All right, that's fair.
It's like that's you know, your teammates suck on rivals, whatever.
Dude, like, okay. All that aside, I hit Diamond 2 today, so I'm pretty proud of myself.
Bro, I can't. Every time I get to plat one, I just get freaking dunked on back
I
down
know.
to plat three.
I wish I could play with you.
Like it's
That's how my
ridiculous.
experience was for a long time too. Like I was in Plat 3 and I kept going from Plat 3 to Gold 1, and then once I finally got out of Plat 3, it was just like an upward climb.
Yeah.
And I got stuck in Plat 1 for a while, and
This ain't this
I
like.
found a good like I stopped trying to look for 6 stacks, and then I only do like either I just solo queue or I'll look for like a 2 or 3 stack. It's much easier that way.
True, true. But like, I know when I'm playing bad, and like I admit it. Like today, like I was playing. I had some poor. Like I even went over the chat and was like, "Hey, I didn't ult correctly. I should have ulted there." Like my defensive ult when I heard the
Mm-hmm.
you know DPS ults, but that was totally my bad. But a lot of the times, I feel like I'm trying to make plays and nobody wants to follow me up.
I know.
And
Like
maybe
we
that's
had.
partially my fault because I don't communicate it enough. But I play dive tank.
Yeah, I feel
I
like
play support.
that's just the nature of the beast when you're playing like something like that. And certain things are just better at it. Like in the higher that I go, like Cap is a menace. Like I'm gonna start banning Cap in every like diamond lobby I get into going up.
He's that's what I've been
Because
saying. He's been slept on.
there's a
He's being
point
slept on.
where if you are a good Cap, you can there can be 4 or 5 people on your team like on the point, and one Cap is just jumping like freaking in
Yeah,
circles, dude, and you
his
can't kill him.
survivability. Yeah, and he's able to ult really fast now.
Mm-hmm. Like I thought
And
Venom was bad because he has like 2,000 health
hmm
basically, but
yeah, but
Cap's so annoying.
you don't see good Venoms
I know
hardly
it's because
ever.
it's so hard to aim with him. Like
Hmm.
you have to aim basically like a quarter of an inch to the right of your crosshair.
So I got a question for you. If you were a one character Marvel Rivals, what would it be?
Like if I was an actual
Yeah,
that
actually,
superhero.
that superhero.
Oh,
Like my first thought is to go to like Scarlet Witch because like messing with reality is kind of crazy, but I feel like I would fumble the ball.
I
You
know
know
with
what I'm
that much
saying?
power, like I feel like you have to be corrupt. You know,
Yeah,
like I
kind
know I would.
of.
Like if I had that much power, I would not be like I would have like probably 300 years of evil, and then I would be nice. You know what I'm saying?
300 years,
But
just 300.
I mean, you have to have a villain arc, right?
Yeah, just one,
But
just small one.
I think it'd be cool to like have Strange's powers, like his actual powers. Uh,
Well, everybody wants to be a wizard,
yeah, I think that'd be cool. But I
but
mean,
he
there are
could
some other
also
ones.
be
There's some other ones that are just dope. Like it'd be dope to be Thor, you know, just to like live in Asgard and like be able to hop between worlds and shit.
or you
That'd
could
be
be a
dope.
billionaire, playboy for Lamp.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I could be rich and sexy. That would be
Yeah,
cool too.
yeah, that
And a
would.
superhero
Yeah.
with
Oh man. But for real, Iron Man's. Please shoot the Iron Man out of the sky if you play Marvel Rivals. Come on.
yeah. And if you can't have someone on your team switch to a character that fucking can't.
Yeah, for real. All right, let's get to another question. We got a little tangent there, but that's fine. That's fine. We're fine. If you were an alien, what would you be? What would be the most bizarre thing you'd tell humans about Earth?
If I was an alien,
Yeah, if you're an alien, what is the most bizarre thing you would tell humans about Earth?
like I had like just some weird made up thing that I would tell them that's like not true, or
Yeah,
I don't know.
the Earth
I would tell them that
has a hollow core. The Earth is actually flat.
I don't. I don't know. I think it'd be funny just to mess with their heads. Just be like, all religions are wrong, but there is a God, and he's bad.
He's bad. Oh my. That would disrupt so much stuff going
That,
on.
or I'd be like, dolphins are actually the apex species on the planet.
Yeah. I don't know. That is an odd question. That is a weird question to be pondering on. Or like you could really be like you could just confirm their thoughts. We take
Like
humans to probe
Bush did do 9/11.
them. Don't get me banned, bro. Don't get me banned. Oh, like I was saying, like, oh, we do actually probe you.
Dude, I'm not. Never mind. I'm convinced that I've seen a spaceship, but that's a story for another
Me
day.
too.
I'm convinced I've seen one, like a block away from my house. It's terrifying. I'm not gonna lie. I tried it. Like it's one of those things where you're just like, you know what? That didn't happen. That didn't happen.
I was on the range line and no, I was right there at the vapor making on range line, right? That's right next to the men's warehouse.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it was nighttime. I was looking up in the sky and there's like this green fucking thing, right? Going through the sky, and I was like, okay, it's
What
cool. It's
shape
a
was
plane.
it?
It's a plane. I couldn't tell the shape, but it was this light, and it like I'm like, whatever, it's a plane. But it like stopped on a dime, and then fucking gone the other way, and I was
Mm-hmm.
like, I don't, sure. I guess it like. I guess it's like, oh, someone's paying attention.
So
Dip.
okay, so I'll go into it. So there's on the corner road by our house where I don't want to say the road names or anything, but on like those like country roads in the back,
Mm-hmm.
where those like really nice ones are, like right off of the road that you can take to the back road to take to get to the highway to get to my house.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so there's a tree on that corner. And there was one day that I was driving down that road, and I've driven down that road. We've lived at my parents' back property for like 16 years. I've driven that road like 1,000 times at
At
least.
least minimum.
Yeah, and there was one day that I like hit the turn that road heading down, and I took a right. And anytime that I have like listened to like people talk about their stories of like the main one that I see is like Commander Fravor, I think it was. He was like a military pilot. They like came into contact with what they like believed was a UFO, and based on the way that it like operated and moved, and what they called it was a tic tac, like because that's what they said it was, like the shape of, like kind of like that, like an oval shape.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing that I saw, like if you were from a distance, would just look like an oval, but it had like a curvature to the bottom of it. Almost looked like a bean, like a lima bean or like a kidney bean.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like you could see the outline of it, and you could like see through it, but it was like distorted. You know what I mean?
Kind of like those like weird military mirrors they're using nowadays.
Yeah, kind of. But like it's almost like I don't know, it's like in a movie where it's like something's invisible and then they like pan to the side so that you can see it, the outline of it. That's what it looked like, that outline.
The
And it just
mirror dimension.
yeah, dude,
Strange, you know?
and it
Yeah.
was just there. It was just in the sky, like just sitting like at the top of the tree, literally like 15 feet, 20 feet off the ground. Like right just like a couple yards off the side of the road, like in that little field.
Did it like
It
leave or
nope,
nope?
nope. It just sat there, and I just drove by like I didn't see it, and everything in my brain was like, "Did you? Was that? No."
No. All right. Let's see what we got next. If you were a professional wrestler, what would your ridiculous signature move be?
Oh, dude. You know, I've never thought of this, but I've always been a fan of one of my favorite shows is called the Lucas Brothers Moving Company. And the first episode is like this old school wrestler called Jake the Snake uses the DDT, which is his like signature move, and it
Mhm.
releases this toxic gas like throughout the entire city that's like killing people. And so they have to like the Lucas brothers have to find like the Jake the Snake's like mortal enemy, like his WWE mortal enemy, like in order to use his signature move, the reverse DDT, to clear out the like the toxic gas throughout the city. And so like every time, that's just my go-to signature move for all time. I think it would just be the DDT, like
Just the DDT.
or the
Yeah, but
reverse DDT.
you got something unique for yourself.
But
Like I've always been like a fan of the swan dive, but like what if like I don't know, I had like an iron neck and
dude, what if
I can just straight pencil it right.
I'll call I got one for you. I'll call it jazz splits. You just kick a dude in the shin so he picks his knee up, and you sweep the other leg out of him so he cracks his nuts on the.
Oh, why do you gotta be like that?
Perfect.
Wear a cup. Wear a cup.
Finishing.
Sounds like a you problem, brother.
Hope you wore your jock strap.
Oh, or like I don't know. What about like the eardrum buster? And all it is you gotta look as
discombobulate.
You just gotta discombobulate. Oh man. Would you rather have a pet rock that follows you everywhere, or a cloud that randomly rains on you? I'd rather have a pet rock.
Dude, that'd be dope.
The pet rock.
Like, I don't know. My brain just imagines like
Patrick.
I just imagine like a rock just like sliding across the ground, just like
Imagine
everywhere it goes.
Imagine standing there, right? And you're like with a group of people, and you're like, "Yeah, this rock follows me." And they think you're like,
and they're like, "Okay, weirdo," and then you're like, "All right," and then you walk away,
and then it starts to fall. You got to do
just give him the bird, just slow walk.
Yeah, exactly. Just walk away. Would you come up with a name? It can't be Rocky though.
Oh, but I don't want to call him Rocky. You said
Rocky.
That's what my brain thought of.
Stole it. Sorry.
Oh, god damn it. Rocky 2?
Rocky. That's weak. Weak.
Sir Rockington.
Sir Rockefeller.
Oh my god.
He's actually a billionaire.
Archibald the Rock.
Hey.
Formerly known as ROCK.
The Moon to Rock Johnson. All right, we're going with the Rock. Yeah, dude, I couldn't even imagine me just getting rained on randomly all the time.
That's like some Juvia level shit, dude.
Yeah, Juvia. Oh, that's depressing. Nobody would want to be with you either. Like, you're so doom and gloom all the time.
For real. It's like, does that just follow you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Have a good day.
Yeah, but okay, there could be some good from that. Imagine like
you would have to be like waterproof. Like
no, I'm not even talking about waterproof. I'm talking more like man, you could become really rich.
Oh, dude, you could
you
go to the desert, dude.
You go to like
you could
go to
hire you.
You can go to like impoverished countries and help them grow food and all this kind of
just
stuff.
Repopulate the world, dry up like create an oasis in all the desert.
Yeah, and then you become this big rich billionaire. He's sitting in your chair and it's just raining on you inside. You just it's a drain. There's a drain under
you
you.
cured all of like world hunger.
Yeah.
There's no more war. There's no more poverty, and you're just suicidal.
You got nothing.
That's terrible.
It's purified.
I asked for mineral enriched water.
Oh, get out of here. Nobody wants to pay $12 for that. There's people that'll pay $12 for a water bottle of water. Voss.
I'm paying $12 for plastic.
Voss. It's a glass bottle. I'm high society with a glass bottle.
Yeah, but if you don't recycle it, then
You're just
garbage.
as bad.
Yeah, you're just trash.
bad. Yeah, you're just as bad. If your life was a bizarre game show, what would it be? What would be the most ridiculous challenge they'd make you do?
That they would make me do?
Mm-hmm. If your life was a bizarre game show.
I don't know, man. I already feel like I've lived one. And it's basically like it's like, how much more can they take? On this week's episode, recapping from last week, they bought a new car. This week, it breaks down.
Oh my. He tries to, for me, it'd be like, he tries to eat healthy, and then the only food he can get now is flapjacks and fried chicken.
Pretty much. I don't know. I feel like it'd have to be some like freaking. If my life at this point was a game show, it would be Squid Games. I would be one of the people that they invited on the game show, and I would die. I'd make it past. I'd make it past the first round.
Probably first two.
I'd have to get lucky, but I'd be the person in like the fourth round, just like sitting in the corner shaking because I like can't handle that I've made it that far. I expected to die
You're
a long
more
time
athletic
ago.
than I am, so I'm over here like. You're just looking back. You're like, Trav, you're supposed to run, dog. I'll run, dog. The only kind of run I get is the runs up. All right, that's about it. My IBS is messing with me. All right.
Oh man, you just keep fucking hurling handfuls of shit at people. They're like, this man's unstoppable. How can one man be so filled with shit?
That's your superpower. You got unlimited amount of turds.
No. It's Mr. Poopy Butthole.
Have you seen that video? Like other benders for freaking Avatar, and he's like a poop nation. He's the poop nation.
Oh god.
And he's like, and he like makes someone shit themselves. He's like, he's unstoppable.
I've seen that. Oh my god, that'd be perfect.
Oh.
How to instantly demoralize someone without even saying anything.
If you could time travel, but only to places where no one is allowed to see you, what would you do with all that free time?
So I could go to any point in history, but basically nobody else could be there. So even if I was the only person spectating somebody and they didn't know I was there, I couldn't do that because someone would be there.
Good. Yeah.
So,
So does it mean when you show up to places, like nobody's actually there to see you?
Yeah, like nobody can see you. You're out of the
someone
distance.
when someone has the opportunity to see you, you kind of just jump back to your time period.
No, I wouldn't imagine that. I just imagine that it would only be able to put you a place where you're 50 miles away from someone and you can't go past like a boundary, you know? I think it would be cool to like go back and just see like, I don't know, to see like the fall of Troy or like the
seeing the like Great Greece Empire.
Yeah, like to
Roman
see
Empire.
like the volcano eruption that destroyed Pompeii. Like just from a safe distance.
from a safe distance.
Yeah, for shit like
With
that, you
caution.
would still be able to see stuff like that 50 miles away.
With caution.
I would just perch up on a hill.
What it I don't know. I would be writing like some petty ass shit, like letters. Like they can't see me, but like there's an anonymous letter from someone for like
You just tell up some like what is it, the time traveler's wife type shit, where it's like you just like there's a mailbox you found in the middle of nowhere that like by some chance like once a week like a mail person comes and checks it, and you just send letters to people.
just randomly like send a letter to the president Kennedy and like don't go on that car.
You're gonna die, bro.
You're gonna die. Mess with Hitler's plan.
I mean, his, his great plan was to put a bullet in his mouth. So
I mean, he kind of got what he deserved.
he
For
did,
sure, for sure.
Oh, hi, buddy. Resident mascot.
Would you rather have a pet unicorn that only speaks in riddles or a pet dragon that sneezes fire every time it gets excited? That's tough,
Both
bro.
equally
Both of them are,
suck.
but both of them are equally like badass.
I mean, yeah, like you just. I don't know. What type of dragon are we talking about? Are we talking about just like a wyvern that's like just like an animal, or are we talking about like mythological? Are we talking about like Lord of the Rings dragon where I can talk to this bitch like
Smaug.
telepathically,
We're talking about
or like he can just talk?
we're talking about Smaug or Aragon
Like
or
he just okay. So for whatever reason I can communicate with a dragon.
yes.
Okay, well then I'm gonna go with a dragon. So I'd just be like, hey, coming up. But I'd be like behind like a blast shield.
Every
Like,
time
don't worry, guys. I'll go let them know we're coming
he
up.
gets excited.
Yeah. I don't know. My brain goes like surprise or like.
I'm so excited.
Hey, buddy, you gotta get down.
Imagine your dragon just trotting. I'm excited. Sorry, Carol.
She just in there. You just roasted her whole family. She's just pulling into her driveway, you know.
And it's normal for him, so he's just like, bye, Carol. Can I help you? I'm kind of busy. Go lay down. Go lay down. Go lay down. Thank you. Alright. If you could only wear one outfit for the rest of your life, but it had to be completely ridiculous, what would it be? I'm just gonna be a rodeo clown.
Drag queen.
Drag queen?
I look fabulous, bro.
Not with that mustache. You gotta clean up.
I would shave
The
the
hair,
mustache.
the hair would be great, but the mustache, no, that'd have to go. I'm sorry. It would have to go.
I'd shave the mustache. I only kept the mustache because I asked.
Yeah, I'd be a rodeo clown. Just because I'm silly, anyways.
Yeah, and like, what is the like a ridiculous outfit? Like, I don't know. Like, you could just wear like jeans and but like an incredibly inappropriate T-shirt, you know?
It'd be something simple like that for sure.
Yeah.
Shit, we could just own it and walk around with banana hammocks all the time.
That was where my brain went. I'm like, man, I just have to like you full send, you know? I'm out here freaking what's his name? Why did I forget his name? Freaking the dude from Jackass.
Bam?
No, with the banana, with the hammock, and he's like
I don't remember.
Yeah, right?
I don't
have
remember.
his name, and now I can't think of it. I'm the worst.
You remember. No, we don't remember.
It's gone. It's lost to the void.
What's the weirdest thing you've ever Googled and ended up questioning your life choices?
I don't really. That's one of those things where it's like anything like that.
8th grade year, school computer. What is a blue waffle?
Okay, yeah, that was bad. I'm pretty sure I was sitting next to you.
You were.
Damn. Dude, have you? I was stopped to think about this often. Like, we're now at the point in our lives where we have been in each other's lives longer than we haven't.
Yeah, facts. Like I'm 30 now. Like me and you've been friends.
Yeah, we were in like seventh grade jazz band pretty
Yeah,
much. What?
since
And like
seventh grade.
that was
jazz
like I
band.
was around like 11, and you were what, like 17? You got held back a few times.
I got held back one. I was in kindergarten. It's because my birthday lands on the end. I'm a May birthday.
My bad, my bad.
Man, you gotta do me dirty like that. Oh.
Okay. Hey, you guys,
Dude, I'll remember.
you could drive as a freshman, bro.
It was lit.
That was dope.
It was
I
goddamn
know, it was dope.
You know, when you have, well, there was only like 4 of us. Like Matt McGee,
There's you, Matt, Danielle,
Danielle.
Daniela. I think it was Daniela. Yeah, it
No, yeah. I think that was the only freshman that could freaking drive.
wasn't I? And then there were like juniors that still couldn't drive because we had a couple people that skipped grades.
Yeah. I wonder what they're doing in life.
Well, I saw one of them recently, and she's like in between me and you. So
I got you. I got you. All right. If animals could drive cars, which species would be the most reckless driver?
those reckless drivers, horses, bro. They're blind.
Like,
Or bats.
they're only doing it by sound.
I mean, honestly, if they could echolocate, I mean, honestly, they would probably be the best drivers.
Yeah, I was gonna say echolocate. Have you ever seen Daredevil?
Yeah.
Like, man, he's a freaking boss.
If it was like if the engine sound like was bouncing off all the other cars, I'd be okay. Now, if they were driving like they'd have to live in a city with other cars, you know, like if they were just driving like okay, I only see 6 feet ahead.
I think. I mean, I could play off the whole horse idea, like deer. I've seen deer do some stupid shit. Lights, run into it. They gonna drive at night.
Yeah, every time they just crash into every oncoming traffic because they see the headlights. You just drive right into them.
You also could do a sloth. Never turns its wheels fast.
Or no, the sloth just drive like its foot like isn't on the gas pedal. It's just driving at the car idle speed the entire time.
Oh, dude. Imagine getting stuck behind this dude. The rage. The rage.
Yeah, you have like a sloth in front, and then you have like I don't know, like a fox or something behind them. Or
Yeah, but we're talking reckless. I mean,
I imagine monkeys like being pretty reckless.
My first go-to was monkey. Monkeys are assholes, man.
Yeah, they'd like drive up and rip your side mirror off just for the fun of it.
Just for the fun of it. Just for the fun of it. You get a drive-by with poo.
So that reminds me. So this is terrible. So disclaimer. I know now this is awful, but I was in high school. We were on. I think we were headed back. I think it was like my sophomore year, and we were headed back from like a big win or something, and so everybody was just hyped up and being fucking stupid. And we had just stopped at a place to eat, and one of the guys had like a leftover like Subway bag. A couple of people had like bottles that they had peed in, like because it was a long trip back, and so they like filled up the Subway bag and threw it out the window onto another car.
Oh my.
Bad. I know, it was so terrible.
I never did anything like that.
I pissed on your hood.
You did piss on my hood. You did. But I told you, I was like, you won't. And you did.
Yeah.
You're like, what?
Yeah, and I think that was after I rubbed my balls on your door handle.
You did. You did. You did do that. You were kind of an asshole friend, dog.
We were drunk, dude. That doesn't count. Those are freebies. Okay?
I was underage. I wasn't drunk.
Whatever. We
I
don't
was
have to tell people what
I
age
was
we
just
were.
playing Gears of War. That's all it was. It wasn't nothing. It wasn't nothing.
Raging at Gears of War.
Dad coming out like, if I have to come back out here, you're sleeping
Like, and I'm a loud motherfucker in general. Like,
I mean, yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
You know what's worse? My wife's louder.
yeah, yeah.
I know, like it's bad when I'm like the reasonable one.
And your house has thin ass walls. How did your baby sleep?
Dude, training.
Training?
She'll sleep through anything.
You put on a turbojet on the TV, so she's whoa, just all night long.
No, I mean we have a couple fans, but no, when she was a baby, we just refused to be quiet around her,
Same.
so she just sleeps through everything.
Yeah. Yeah, Melissa.
Yeah.
Melissa always tried to get me to be quiet around her. I'm like, no.
We're at the part of potty training we start where she's just cleared her like third poop in the potty. So
That's an accomplishment.
we pee like all the time. We go pee on the potty, but
We gotta.
we're tackling pooping.
Yeah, you doing like the gold star method or?
We reward her pretty heavily.
Yeah. I mean, you got to. She's too cute to not spoil
We
her.
gave dude. I I hate the idea of bangs, and there's a reason why. It's because my mom has had bangs my whole life, and just the frame of her face, like my daughter looks a little bit like my mother.
Oh.
And so now my wife cut her hair today.
In context.
And gave her bangs.
Wade's not a huge fan of his mama.
No, I love my mother, but my mother is a raging
Love and
asshole.
liking is different.
I like my mom when she's in a good mood, but my mom is a raging asshole, and she means well, but
your mom's stubborn. Stubborn.
Yeah, to a fault.
Stubborn.
Like
we went to Panama. We went to
Panama City Beach.
Yeah, we went to Panama City Beach, and me and Wade were like, yeah, we're gonna rent this canopy. We don't want to get burnt. And she's like,
He's like, oh, pussies,
I don't need no canopy.
You're gonna sit under a canopy? We came out here to be in the sun.
You can be in the sun.
And then we're out on this beach for like 2-3 hours. Something like that.
She like fell asleep out there.
Dude, she is on the bare beach sand, just in
Cooking.
the heat.
Bacon.
Like stale bread. Like you left the oven on.
Stale bread. Exactly.
And oh my gosh. And so we get back to the hotel, and we're like chilling down. Travis lays down in like a little nook by the window, and I'm just like standing outside the bathroom. My mom goes in to take a shower, and you hear the water turn on, and then you hear and this is terrible. It's like almost traumatic reliving this. And I was like, I'm like, okay, that's a bad deal.
Well,
so
you're like 17 at the time.
Yeah, we had just, it was my high school graduation present.
Yeah.
And so I was like a month or so before I turned 18.
First drive, by the way.
Yeah.
Anyways.
And you were, what, 24 by then?
24?
And so I have to I'm like trying to open the door to see if my mom's okay, and of course she's like pushed up next to the door, and I didn't realize that at first. So I'm just like pushed it a couple times, trying to shove it, and there's nothing there, and so I like give it a good shove, and I peek in. Of course she's naked. Now that aside, her head's against the fucking door, so I've just been clunk, clunk, clunk into her head this whole time, and then by the time I get the door open, I'm yelling, I'm like, Mom, and she's just like, yep. Like sits
she
up.
Passed out because she got so sunburned.
She got heat.
She got sun sick.
Yeah, she had heat exhaustion, and dude, she was a lobster. She didn't even leave the room the rest of the time we were there.
No.
It was terrible. She was in such an ass mood, and then wanted to stop somewhere on the way out, but didn't tell us why, because it needed to be some big secret or whatever. So we're like, no, this doesn't make sense. So we did it, and then she guilt tripped us. For not letting her go there because she wanted to, and we had no idea. And she waited to do that until we were 10 hours away from the place she wanted to go.
Yeah, You could have just communicated where you wanted to go for why.
Yeah.
Because we were doing all the driving.
Yeah.
All the driving. Man, it sounds like you should listen to your kids sometimes. I'm just
Driving
saying,
from
just,
friggin' Missouri to Florida sucks.
dude, that was 14 hours.
To get from here to Orlando, it was 18 for me.
It's 14. It was 14. And we drove all night, bro. When we stopped in Memphis,
Or maybe we drove mostly through
we
the
stopped
day,
at the
so probably with
sketchiest.
traffic
We
and the
stopped
biggest.
at the sketchiest gas station.
Are you talking about when we went to PCB? It took 14.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's Orlando's like
Yeah.
it's farther away.
Yeah, I know that. But when we were driving there and we stopped in Memphis at this gas station.
Oh yeah, we were like getting off the turnpike. We're like, oh, we'll just drive through Memphis, whatever. And then we stopped at this gas station, and my mom was passed out in the back seat, and I get out the car, like she starts waking up as I open the car door and close
And
it.
like three or four people started to approach us.
Yeah, like
we got.
Yeah, there's like three or three or four very intimidating gentlemen. Like they were just started coming out of it's like almost like a movie. It was so like it was kind of funny almost after the fact after we got the hell out of the way, but it was like behind all the building had like these sharp angles and just very poorly lit like lighting, and so there's like very sharp dark shadows, and it was like dude walks out from this corner, dude walks out from this corner. There's like on the street corner, like adjacent from us, there's a dude walking out like from the bush line. Like
we looked at each other and we're like, "Yep, yeah, it's time to go, bro.
Yeah,
it's time to go. We can't get gas here.
Yep.
Let's find something
Keep
else.
it moving. Keep her moving.
We got 20 miles.
Keep her
Find
going.
it out." All right. If you had a random superpower that only worked once a year, but it was completely useless, what would it be?
It only worked once a year and it was completely useless.
Useless?
What would I want it to be? Why would it matter?
Right.
Why does it? That's an interesting question, ChatGPT. So he's just like, here you go, dumb human person, freaking made of bones and jello. Come on.
Figure it out. Talk about it.
I don't know. Like useless for me or just useless in general? Because like something useless for me can be very good for somebody else. Like I can just one day of the year I know the lottery numbers, but I can't win it myself.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be cool.
What about I don't know. What if I could just be a pillow so I actually get cuddled? No, I'm just kidding.
Like one day a year for 5 minutes, you can just summon all the chocolate sundaes you want.
That's a problem. That's a problem. I'm not a sweets person. That's a problem.
You summon like 400 of them, and then you just like stuff them in a deep freeze. You just pull them out like every night.
Use them on a slip and slide. And just use an ice cream. It's freaking.
Oh, dude, that would be perfect, honestly. If you had like an industrial sized thing, and then like maybe you had a way to like keep it fresh, like you could like start an ice cream business, bro.
Yeah, but it said useless.
Yeah, I mean the fact that you could do that,
I feel like
that
you can
in
make
itself
a use
is
out of everything.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's such a weird problem. Such a weird one.
Stupid computer. It took it 3 bottles of water to give you that line of prompt.
If you if you were trapped in a room with 50 ducks, what would your escape plan be?
Okay. I can't escape. I'm trapped. By definition, okay. Never mind.
Well, there's
I'm
like
stomping
escape.
the ducks.
I'm
stomping the
ducks.
There's
an escape room, like I don't know, like.
I don't know if I'm trapped in a room with a bunch of ducks. I don't know.
Is there goal to kill all the ducks
the
to
duck
be able
lord?
to get out? The duck lord, you training ducks now. Pluck all the feathers so they can regrow, and then you're over here. Quack. Quack, quack.
Integrate, become one of them, and then, slowly topple their regime.
There's a regime. I thought with geese, maybe, but.
I don't know, it makes me think of the
Rick
and Morty episode.
You don't mess with the Canadian geese.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying?
The Rick and Morty episode where they have, like, the talking squirrels. and like they give Morty the ability to listen to squirrels, and he finds out that all squirrels are secretly like undercover agents, like overthrowing like governments and starting like world wars, and then like there's like they realize that he's listening into him, and then all of a sudden like all of the squirrels start chasing him.
That'd be
They
terrifying.
would be.
You bring up squirrels because, well, you bring up squirrels and it reminds me of a
I'd
story.
never pet squirrel, bro.
Bro.
That'd be dope. I want to pet raccoon.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you
I want
don't.
to pet raccoon.
Talk to my mom about it. You don't.
No, if she owned a pet raccoon, it was not a like.
She still owns a pet raccoon.
Okay, well that's.
It's like 6 years old now.
Okay, well I will. I know the laws about that in our state, so we'll talk about that afterwards.
No, she's tried to let it go and it just keeps coming back.
No, that's fine. That's fine. That's different. That's different. That's fine.
But no, what I was saying was the squirrels. So we used to like go mess around at Walmart all the time
Mm-hmm.
with the brothers, and we were in Walmart, and one of the pranks I decided to do was like I'm running through the aisles back and forth, yelling, "The squirrels are coming!" like a madman,
Mm-hmm.
and then one like this, a couple of the store employees like started like chasing me, like, and I end up running outside. I like roll my ankle as soon as I'm getting ready to get to the door.
And pass out from the pain.
Shut up. Shut up. Roll my ankle. And I didn't know this, but did you know Walmart doors, like, they
Yeah, they're
open like
meant
that?
to do that
They
in the
fold
case of
open.
an emergency.
Did not know that. I smoked them. I smoked them doors,
Did not
dude.
been fast enough, and
No.
you were going so fast you couldn't stop. It was just it's like when
But,
Levi
yeah.
it's like when Levi tripped and both of his arms were broken.
Yeah, I freaking tumbled hard, and then I got back up and started running again. Like that was as fast as I got back up.
Dude.
Squirrels are coming. Squirrels are coming.
Dude, I could just imagine like a younger you, like after the doors have broken open, and you get up, and you're just like, and turn to run.
This is such a weird question. Would you rather have a talking potato or a singing carrot as your best friend?
Like the carrot can only sing to you.
Can only sing.
Does it sing well?
I would suppose so.
I mean, if it sings well, I'm getting the talking carrot because.
Bro, he's the headliner of my band.
Dude, we're on the same page.
Okay, I'm glad we're on there.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Dude, I feel like a talking potato would just be depressive. Like, what's it gonna do? Stand up comedy?
Can't stand.
Roll
up comedy.
Spud down comedy.
The
Just comes out of the dirt.
It's the MASH series.
Oh, that'd be dope.
There's a sitcom called Get Baked.
That'd be awesome.
He's like, wait.
I'd watch that every day.
Every day. Oh man. If your thoughts were projected on a giant screen for everyone to see, what would be the first thought to appear?
It would just be the most invasive, inappropriate thought I've ever thought.
Well, I mean,
it would have to be, you know, because that's the immediate thing. Because the immediate thing your brain would go is, okay, don't think the worst thing you can think of.
And then you just
and
get down a rabbit hole.
And then you are gonna be like stuck there. You're gonna be thinking the most.
It's like a slideshow.
Oh, that's
hey
worse.
babe. And then freaking a horse neigh, and then move on.
Oh god. Now my brain's just thinking of all the worst possible things it could think of. That was an awesome prompt. Thank you, ChatGPT.
Thanks.
Thanks for the brain rot.
You don't realize how much of it in the gutter you are until you have to think about being in the gutter. Yeah. If you could only eat food that's purple for a week, how would you survive? Only plums, baby.
An eggplant.
Radish is radish? That's more maroon, isn't it?
I mean, if some of them are kind of like a light, like a lavender, kind of like a
purple
lilac. Yeah.
You do purple purple onions.
Well, those are technically called red onions, even though I always thought they looked more purple.
Yeah, they're technically red onions, but they're purple.
The
They're
outside
purple.
is purple. The onion is red.
Yeah, they're purple.
And I mean the same is for like an
Oh,
eggplant.
sounds like you're going vegetarian for a week.
Honestly, like alkalines are really really good for your skin. Like afterwards, like you probably like feel
Probably.
better.
I mean,
Like if you're just
you just
munching on onions, dude.
you just
Just and
and plums.
you've like silver lining too. You know, is that you wouldn't really you'd have a lot of time for self reflection during that period because no one would want to be around you because you stink.
Yeah. What are some other? You got purple carrots.
Yeah, there's purple potatoes.
We're over here like making a vegetable stew, bro.
Dude, potato stew every day. That's body down. And usually I make one and I'd eat it for the next 2-3 days anyway. You know.
Well, I'm not eating carbs and sugars, so I would eat potato hard right now.
Oh, dude.
Hard right now. I've dropped 20 pounds though.
Yeah.
Pretty soon you won't be able to call me a fat
I
ass.
caught him. I'm just kidding. I haven't gained
Caught
much
him.
weight. I was down 18 pounds. Or from 211 to 193. I was down 18 pounds, and then I've not been eating very well since.
18. You can keep going, bro. You hit the gym.
I know.
Real.
I need to just fucking walk. My body will do most of it for me. It's kind of unfair.
If you could only communicate through interpretive dance for one day, how would you explain your life story?
I don't know. I just sleep.
Just sleep. That's your life story.
Just sleep the whole day.
That's all you do
And
is
then
sleep.
I'd get up and I'd sit in a chair for like 6 hours.
Mine would be probably the truffle shuffle.
That'd be great. Imagine the truffle shuffle for 12 hours.
Yeah. Dude, calories. I'm burning calories.
Facts.
Yeah,
Literally.
burning calories. Dance burns calories.
Shaking them up,
Shaking
the
'em up.
vibrations. You're double down, man.
And 1, 2. Like the old 80s, like, I'm in a leotard.
What's his name? Richard something. Or Greg Simmons? Maybe Greg Simmons. But
I thought it was Richard.
I don't think it's Richard Simmons. It might be Richard Simmons.
Something like
I
that.
usually do that. I
Yeah,
get like
something
the
like
first
that.
half of one name and then the second half of another. And
It's like a half leotard. All it is my gut hanging out.
there's just a hole. There's like the hole, but like just for the gut to hang out.
Yeah,
You know, for
just the gut.
aerodynamics and.
Well, you gotta get the full view of the truffle shuffle, bro.
That'd be perfect.
You can't see the bounce, the jiggle. I like to see you jiggle. Yeah, that. Okay. If your life was a video game, what would be your game over screen? Well, for the longest time, it was wasted.
Yeah, like the
Like
GTA.
Just.
I don't know, I'm a big fan of the well, it's basically the same thing. Like the when you die on GTA and you just the corpse launch, like just the limp just flying through the air, you know.
Got hit by a rocket with zero gravity in Halo 3.
Dude, that's number two. That's number two. And just your body's just flipping head over toe.
But we're talking game over and not like dying in a game.
Yeah.
Game over. Just game over. That boring.
I just want it to, I want it to be in like the tiniest lettering that you can possibly put, but it's still legible on the screen, and it's gonna be just in the top left.
Like the DVD sign is just bouncing.
Yep.
And it stays there for like 4 minutes.
Yeah, and you can't click through it.
In 27 seconds.
And you just have to sit there and reflect on your failure.
Because you just played this dumbest game.
Yep.
dumbest game you've ever played in your life.
Would you rather live in a world where you can only walk backwards or a world where you can only whisper?
Bro, we good at walking backwards, bro.
Yeah,
Marching
dude.
band, bro.
Dude, I literally had to help a friend carry a washer up to his porch the other day, and like he has like the crappiest like sloped hill. It was muddy and I'm just up it backwards.
You just dig in, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You just dig in.
I know, and like I feel like it's one of those things though where you like have to tell people that you're good at it. Like I like refrained in that moment, but everything in me was like, I was in marching band, so I'm kind of a pro at walking backwards.
I was section leader. I was a marching instructor.
I taught people how to do this.
Yeah,
I
right.
can do this.
All right. I love it when you don't tell people. You're just good at it.
Mm-hmm. I know, but then like there's a part of my brain that's like, did they notice? They have to notice, right?
Isn't that a weird flex to have?
I know, right? That's what I'm saying. It's
It's
like
a weird flex. Like, what's some of your what are you really good at that most people wouldn't appreciate?
oh, dude,
Walking backwards.
the finger spin with the pin. Dude, when I was in academic bowl, nerd alert, we had stopped at like this buffet or whatnot to eat, and the nameplates that they use are literally like almost 2 feet long. They're like probably 18 inches, 20 feet to 2 feet long, and I had taken one of our nameplates and did it with the nameplate, and I was like, I'm a god.
If you could turn any mundane activity into an Olympic sport, what would you be the champion of?
Ooh. Pin spinning. You already said it.
Dude. That or always picking exactly 7 cards off the top of the deck when we're playing Magic.
Yeah, you were kind of good at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of pretty good.
It was a flex.
Mine would be backward marching band.
Yeah, I would give you that you're better than me just because I have 1.5 ankles at this point, so.
I always thought marching band was a lot more physical than people would give it.
Yeah, like even like if you're somebody who is overweight, like you still have exceptional core strength. Like if somebody, like for example, if you like flexed your stomach and you were like somebody in martial band, if somebody hit you, there's a good chance it's not gonna do a lot of damage.
No. Also, like something that people don't think about is like your air control.
Yeah, breathing capacity. You're like physically like you have more stamina.
Yeah. Because I mean, you are using your muscles and
Yeah, you're engaging your full core, like abs, thighs, calves, like all of
it,
your. Yeah.
and then also having like that air control to be able
to play
stay
an
in
instrument
tone. Yeah,
while
play an instrument, stay in tone
while covering what was it our
stay in
freshman year, dude? That was like 10 yards in what was it like 8 measures?
Yeah.
Like 8 counts.
You're cooking.
You remember from
and
our freshman year show?
I'm over here on a freaking sousaphone.
Yeah, where you're jazz running while playing, basically.
Yeah. If you had to choose a theme song that played every time you entered a room, what would it be?
Dude, the John Cena theme song. And his name is John Cena.
Oh man, some of the newer generations need to go back and see some old WWE.
Yeah, dude, just old school memes, like Vine era memes.
Vine died. It was so sad.
I know. I mean, it was their fault. They didn't want to pay the content creators.
That's true. That's true. This is just a personal question. Like, bro, did you like MySpace better than Facebook?
OG Facebook or Facebook now?
OG Facebook.
MySpace.
Yeah.
MySpace was
Like
far superior. Like
if
just
if
the way that you
MySpace
could
had
customize your page, and the fact that MySpace was basically like a way that you could like teach coding to children. Like
yeah,
it really was a progressive site for like what it
it
was.
really was, but it kind of just it wasn't maintained well at all.
Yeah.
And the coding it was written in that's really what it was downfall was is coding.
Mm-hmm.
But if something like that, like I don't know, I feel like your Facebook, like I wish Facebook would do this, but like be able to express your personality through your page.
Yeah, like customize your page more.
Yeah. Like when you came on to my page when I was like during that time
Yeah,
frame,
dude, music would play.
it was
like,
straight up freaking 3 Days Grace, Disturbed. Like I was in this.
you had like your top 5, dude, or your top 7,
Yeah.
and then
You had your backs page and everything like that, bruh. There was so much individuality there.
I know, it was like almost sometimes you go to a page and there'd be so much shit going on and you're just like, how the
How do I navigate
Yeah.
this?
You'd like go to a page, there'd be music blasting, and then there'd be just like stuff flying across the screen. It was all like neon colors.
Good. I mean, if you're epileptic, that would not have worked.
Back then.
It would not have worked.
You're like, I want to go check out Stacy's page and just
Stacy, and then you pull up her page. Stacy's mom has got it going on.
That would be perfect.
Oh. Would you rather be able to teleport to any fictional world but only for 5 minutes, or live in your current world but for 100 years?
I mean, people live to 100 already.
5 minutes only, huh?
I could teleport to any fictional like world
Fictional.
anytime I wanted. I would just teleport back.
Every 5 minutes?
Every 5 minutes.
Every 5 minutes?
Just be like, I'll be back.
I'll be back. Poof. I'm back. You got me for 4 minutes and you'd be so good. You'd be so good at knowing when 5 minutes was going to be.
Dude, you'd be the king. Sometimes people wouldn't even notice,
Yeah. Yeah, but what if like you couldn't? Like I feel like that's just kind of cheating. Just 5 minutes. What world would it be?
I don't know. I think you've seen The Magicians, right?
Do the Magicians?
I think going to Philly would be cool.
They didn't really finish the Magicians.
I mean,
but going to Philly would be kind of cool.
Yeah. Also, like.
But you also know I'm a huge.
I don't know if we're talking
fan.
like anime world too. Like that's
Anime?
a fictional world. Like I'd be going to I'd be going to the Avatar world. I'd hit them all. Just see what's up.
Yeah.
Imagine going to like the One Piece world and then like just searching out the devil fruit you want and then eating that devil fruit and then now you just have magical powers that you can get to go to through every world.
Yeah, you get to bring it back with you.
Yeah.
Or you go to freaking Harry Potter and you get a time turner.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of one of the most busted ones of all.
Yeah, dude. That like you literally, especially if you could go multiple times, you would be a pseudo god. You could just go to different places, get different magical items, and you live forever. It'd be dope.
You go to the Dragon Ball universe. You go right when they're getting ready to summon Shinron.
Still the Dragon Balls.
Still the Dragon Balls.
I want to be immortal.
Hey, yeah. I'm only here for a few minutes. Woo.
Just sneak in before the pig asks for some panties,
If your pet could have a job, what do you think it would be?
If it could, I think my puppy probably like a lifeguard.
Lifeguard?
She'd love to be a lifeguard. Now Roscoe, he'd be like an accountant, just sitting at a desk, clacking away with his little paws or big paws.
I was talking about Venus there. She'd be a professional food eater. You know what I'm saying?
She'd be a professional
yeah.
food competitive eater.
Yeah, competitive eater. Straight
Dude,
up. I mean, look at it.
Miles would be
Look at him.
like a Olympic athlete. He'd be
You're
a
chunk.
sprinter.
You're a chunk. Chunky. Shadow, he would touch beds for a living. Bruh. Bruh's only job is he would be the bellman in the 1950s that came up and woke you up in the morning. You know what I'm saying?
Giving every the morning calls.
Yeah, he's the one that does the morning calls.
Take him back to like 1700s, be the town crier, you know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. If you could have any fictional creature as a roommate, which one would you pick and why?
Ooh,
Oh, that's spice, dog.
that would be dope. Man, the scope for this is so large.
Large.
Any fictional creature. Dude, a house elf. I have my own Dobby.
Oh, Dobby.
Dude, that'd be perfect.
But a free house elf, right?
Of course.
Okay, good. I'm glad we're on the same
They
page.
could come and go as they please.
Exactly.
But typically, from my experience, most of them appreciate that and they like your company, so they choose to stay.
Oh, mind me. Your house elf is pretty looking.
Every time I pet a cat like this, I feel like I have to plan world domination. Alright, it's your turn.
Yep. Oh, she's gonna find a spot to sleep on, Dad. Man, there's so many worlds out there. That'd be kind of crazy. Just have my own Mike Wazowski from Monsters Inc.
Why, dude? Of all the things you could pick, you know, you could have a happy, you could
Just, I don't know.
and you pick.
I wouldn't be the weirdest dude in the room anymore. Like,
That's a low
At
that's
least-
a low bar.
At least
Okay?
I don't have it in one eye. Like,
I think they've. I don't know. All right.
I can't think of anything
No,
right now.
You're good. You do you, man.
I mean, you already went to the Harry Potter world. You know, that's like my main.
Well,
like,
then you pick something
go
else,
to,
dude.
go to.
You wouldn't
you
want
know?
like a pet phoenix?
Pet Phoenix. I mean, that'd be pretty wicked, but
That'd be dope. Like as a roommate, though. I don't know. They might set some shit on fire. Or they just might die and leave a bunch of ash around. You gotta clean up.
And then come back alive. It was like, yeah, you clean that shit.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Dude,
There got to be something.
Now
better.
my brain is stuck in the dynamic where
There
where the
has to be
phoenix is being passive aggressive and just refuses to come out because he's waiting for the roommate to sweep up the ash, you know? It's like 3 weeks goes by and then he's like, okay, finally. And he comes out and he's like, yeah, you better clean that.
I've been starving forever.
Mm-hmm.
I almost had to die again.
Or he doesn't come out and then he's like, I knew it. Perfect.
I mean, there got to be something better. I said something so lame.
I know, dude.
You're right. You're right.
Of all the you could have a happy dude. You could have like one of the ninja dogs like Kakashi has. Like,
or a Ninja Turtle.
yeah, you could have the Ninja Turtle or one of the Ninja Turtles.
What Ninja Turtle would you choose, dog?
Which one would I choose? Probably Johnny. Ask him which crypto I should invest in.
What crypto should I invest
He
in?
would know.
Yeah, but like, I guess Michelangelo would be like.
He would be the homie, you know.
He'd be like the frat house homie.
If you're just looking for a homie, I would pick Michelangelo. I have like something to gain from my friendship with Donnie. You know?
Yeah, Raphael. He's just that fucking asshole.
Yeah, he's like that weird friend with BPD that you just like don't know what to say around, so you just don't say anything when he comes around.
No. And he refuses to do anything.
Yeah, he won't go to therapy. You just go to his house. There's a dozen holes in the wall. He just plastered all over.
He's your roommate, so it's part of his.
Oh
yeah, it's not your house. Yeah, that's right.
My bad, I forgot.
And you got Donatello's.
There's just the same holes he just keeps punching through because he knows how to plaster those ones.
Yeah, just those. Oh man. I feel like this question was curated for us.
Perfect.
Would you rather be able to play an instrument perfectly but only in front of an audience of one person? Or be terrible at every instrument but always have a huge audience?
I would rather be perfect for one
Same.
person.
Same.
Because I
Same,
just
there's
imagine
no
like
doubt.
that doesn't mean that people like your playing still just because there's a lot of them. Like I imagine every time
But
you
people
play
still-
just getting booed off of stage.
People
You
still
know,
bought your ticket though.
I mean, you'd still be winning, but I mean, you basically you
But for my own sanity, I can't stand playing bad.
yeah, like I always forget the name, but there's literally like a mental disorder where people it's like it's the thing where that when people used to come on American Idol back in the day and they were awful, but they were so convinced they were like exceptionally good.
Mm-hmm.
It's like an actual mental disorder, and you would have to have that to actually live in that
Yeah,
world. Like
live in that world.
you like
Us as like actual musicians, we're just like, I have to be in time and tone and
yeah, it would have to be perfect.
like I can't.
It doesn't
We
matter.
know-
I could play one at a time.
Me
you know?
and you both know we're not perfect at our perspective instruments that we played,
Well, yeah, but we were exceptional.
but we definitely weren't dog shit either.
No,
You know,
yeah, for sure.
there's a reason why we went to state and did those kinds of
Mhm.
things. So
We competed and
I
then
feel like-
and then went on to college and still played.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like that was curated for us for sure. If you were forced to live in one room of your house for the rest of your life, which room would you choose and why?
I think it'd have to be the kitchen. You could just put your bed in the kitchen, bro. But like, you could take a shower in the sink. All your food's in the like. You wouldn't want to have to move a fridge and a
You know
stove
what?
into your bedroom.
You can
bro.
just dunk on this whole question and just be like, it's a studio apartment. It's all one room anyways.
Yep, there you go.
see,
It's basically it's the same
Man,
thing.
that's a whack question. If you could grow a second pair of arms, but they only worked for 1 hour a day, what would you do with them?
Masturbate violently.
violently. No, not me.
I always knew I needed 4 hands for it.
Me, I would like.
Honestly, probably learn. You get them for how long a day?
1 hour.
A day? I would just learn some like super obscure like instrument or like do something like really interesting, and then
My first thought would be like Mortal Kombat. I was just over here like, man, imagine if I was like an MMA boxer, like something along those lines, and like I only use them when I go into the fight,
dude.
and they don't last an hour.
That would be awesome.
Imagine how intimidated. Like, I don't think
just
you would be
walk-
allowed.
You
I
just
don't-
walk into the fight, and
I
all
don't
of a
think
sudden
you'd
an
be
extra set of
allowed.
arms just starts growing out
I
of
don't
you.
think you would be allowed.
I mean, for good reason.
For sure, but I don't think you would be allowed to fight. Maybe WWE, but
Oh, dude, for sure. You would have a guaranteed slot there, even if you were 110 pounds. Like,
yeah, guaranteed.
Would you rather have to shout everything you say or whisper everything, even if it's in a crowded room?
shout. It's much funnier that way.
You
Just
just
imagine
yell
being
all
in
the
your
time.
just imagine being in your doctor's office and you're like having to explain like the most like you're talking about like an STD you picked up from like
I've never picked up an STD, but go on.
no that's the example. Like imagine being in that situation or just
Whatever
any
you've lived
insanely-
through,
what
brother.
the fuck ever.
Whatever you've
Or
lived
any
through, it's all
insanely
good.
embarrassing thing that you'd have to say, but just screaming it. And those doctors' office rooms are paper thin. Like everybody in that office would hear you.
He'd be sent to the psych ward.
No, I mean they just probably think you were hard of hearing. Like you need to go see a hearing specialist. And he's like, I've been.
I don't need to see a hearing specialist.
be so much more like I don't know. For you, it'd be awful, but for me watching you, it's hilarious.
You got to be on the outside to think it's funny.
Yeah, for sure.
To think it's funny.
100%.
Oh man. Or you're like in a book club.
Imagine being that kid in
The
class.
library.
They like somebody. You get like a new kid in class, and he's like they're doing popcorn reading. And they're like, "All right, Jimmy." And everyone's like, "No, no. Sorry, we didn't tell you, but there's a rule. You can't call on Jimmy." Well, why? And they're like, "Hello," and they're like, Jimmy, just hi. And then the guy's like, "Okay, I get it."
Jimmy.
Yeah.
All right. Would you rather be able to change the color of anything with a snap of your fingers, but only one thing a day, or be able to make anything smell like chocolate, but only for 10 minutes at a time?
Color, for
Color.
sure, for
Color.
sure.
My first thought was I would own a paint shop,
Yeah,
turn out one car a day. Like, that's fast, dude.
yeah, that's perfect.
That's quick.
You just pink.
What color do you want?
I want that color. All right.
Here you go. You're done. That'll cost you X, and then you're done for work. You're done with work
Dude,
that
yeah,
day.
that and you have the quickest turnaround time from any shop. Like you have them like deliver their car, and you're like, all right, I'll have it done in 10 minutes.
Or painting someone's house.
Yeah, for sure, dude. That would all of these. There's just so many ways. Like I love that that's how our brain works. That we're like, do you know how much money you could make by doing this thing?
Sounds greedy, but it's just like, oh man, that'd be the best thing to do with it.
And it's just the most like reasonable thing to think about in like our society, I guess, right now.
I'm not over here like I want to see my. I want to see.
Yeah, you're not over here like just being like, I wonder what this wall would look like. Like you're like, who can pay me to change their wall this color?
My hair's changing color today again.
Yeah, that'd be cool too. You could be a hairstylist. There's so many things you could do.
A hairstylist? Yeah, but only one client a day.
Yeah, less efficient, but
Right. But I would definitely change the color of my beard, at least, or my hair.
yeah, that'd be fun. You do seasonal stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Because my beard is different color than my head.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's such a weird combination going on. You know. I'm over here
If you
two-toning
dyed it to match, would you dye the beard brown or would you dye the head red?
I don't know if I would want to be a ginger or not. Full blown.
I'm just imagining you as a ginger now. It's pretty glorious.
If you had to be one type of vegetable for a week, which one would you be, and what would your daily routine look like? I'd be the vegetable in the hospital, and the routine is the nurse coming in taking care of me all the time.
That's a good one. I think I'd be a carrot.
Sorry. I took my shot.
That was a good one.
I took my shot.
That was a good one. All right.
That's messed up.
No, that was perfectly on cue because that's the first thing I thought of too. That's exactly where my brain went.
You're like, well, he said it.
Yeah, my immediate, I was like, all right, you can't do that one. All right, let's think of actual vegetables this time. Get your mind right, Wade. No.
No, Trav.
I'm glad.
Trav ain't gonna let me get my mind right.
It's okay. I'm glad that when I don't step up to the plate, you're there to follow through. You know.
I got you. Bro.
That's it.
I got you.
Homie.
I got you, bro. Oh,
Wonder
man.
powers unite, dude.
Oh, that one. Woo. If you could have a pet made entirely out of anything other than flesh, what would it be made out of and why?
Whatever those like really thick, fuzzy like yarn they use to crochet blankets and stuff.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. That.
That. I was thinking along the lines of like fleece or something along those
Yeah,
designs.
something
Like
just super comfortable.
just
like,
super soft, and all I want to do is cuddle
it's
you all day.
wrapped around it, you know.
You're not going anywhere, dog. Or cat.
You didn't mean DOG. You mean you meant DAWG.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're stuck. You're stuck. Oh,
I make Roscoe the fluffy one. He's bigger.
yeah. Shadow's pretty fluffy himself.
I have facts, man. What if we had a couch made out of like
Shadow.
shadow?
What are we going back to the '70s shag?
Yeah. I was always a fan. Okay, it's super comfy. It's terrible.
You
It's
pop the
inefficient.
trunk of your Impala.
It is
and it's all
inefficient to clean. Okay?
It's all pelt, you know.
And just open it. You see that? That's alpaca back right there.
That's alpaca back.
You see that over there? That's the thigh of a peacock. It's not really comfortable, but it looks pretty.
That's alpaca back, but you pack it right now. You pack it. Would you rather have a pet that is constantly trying to teach you magic tricks, or a pet that is always asking for your advice on life decisions?
Definitely the second one. Again, exclusively for the humor value. That is free entertainment. Like, you imagine like having your dog ask you about their life decisions, and then you being able to intentionally misguide them for your own humor.
Or you could actually guide them on stuff.
You know, okay.
I'm just
Go
being,
on. No, go on.
I'm being,
Go on.
I'm being serious. Like,
what
yeah,
would
bro.
you do?
Yeah, bro. You shouldn't eat your shit. You get shit breath. Kind of sucks.
Oh gosh.
Kind of sucks.
No, mom would just be like, yeah, you need to eat all of those clothes because daddy needs to throw those away and mommy won't get rid of them.
Mommy won't get yeah. There's too many piles of clothes up in here.
I need you to chew up those shoes because.
But it could go both ways, like you were saying. What was your reasoning?
Yeah, no, I get that. I would be the bigger man and I would help them out.
No, you wouldn't.
When I felt bad for doing the other thing, I would.
Yeah.
So some of the time I would.
You're supposed to. You are supposed to piss on his shit.
You know, he said some real sideways shit. I think you should go eat all of his left shoes.
Just the left ones. Though.
I want you to chew up half of the laces on all of his left shoes.
Every piece of clothing that is red, get rid of
it. A dog don't know what the fuck red is.
Actually, it does. They do have kind of a color spectrum.
I mean, yeah.
I don't know
if you showed them one thing, they could relate it to another.
I don't know if red is one of them, but I do know they can see like 4 or 5 colors. Yeah, not a very big spectrum, but they can see 4 or 5 colors. If you could swap places with any character from a fairy tale, who would it be, and what's the first thing you'd do in their story?
I'm gonna be Natsu, and I'm
You went straight to fairy tale, and yes, Natsu should have shagged Lucy a long freaking time ago.
Yep.
Oh man.
No, honestly, I think it'd be cool to. I mean, there's so many options. I think I'd be Luffy, bro. It'd be so fun to be Luffy.
It'd be fun to be Sleeping Beauty and just sleep. As a dad, I'm just over here like.
As a parent, you're the greatest joy you can find in life is sleep.
Is nap time.
Yeah.
Like it's.
There was a moment today where I'm like, I was like, am I gonna take a nap? And then just a couple things happened, and then it slowly got pushed back, and then when I finally had the time to lay down, I was like, it's 5 o'clock.
It's too late.
Yeah,
it's too late. If you don't lay down by fucking 2 or 3,
exactly.
You're it's not worth it. Mm-mm. That's why I'm so strict about my schedule.
I know, dude. You text me and you're like, hey, when are you trying to come over? I got a nap scheduled between this hour. So do I need to push that back, or am I good to engage
Man,
right now?
it is an important plan of my day. I'm kind of a piece of shit if I don't.
No, I get that. I feel like there's I don't know, there's a hump. I feel like for 2 hours I just want to die because I'm so tired.
Mm-hmm.
And then something interesting happens, and then you're like a little kid again. And you're like, all right, let's do this.
Or yeah, I was gonna say like you'll stay up and you're like, man, I'm going to bed early, and then you or Brandon hop online, and I'm like, I guess it's time to lock in.
I know, dude.
You know.
I know that's like every time I hop on Rivals, like that's how I know if I need to hop in Discord, is I'll check my friends list real quick and see if either of you guys are online. I'm like, all right, I need to hop in Discord. And usually, it's just Brandon, so I know he's not in Discord. But like within 5 minutes, if either one of us is like hops in Discord, the other one's
Usually.
coming. Yeah.
Yeah, it usually rolls in.
Dude, Brandon was quick with it the other day. I hopped in and then like I set my phone down. Yeah, and it's like it scared me for a second. I'm like, oh damn.
Ooh. Would you rather have a unicorn horn or a tail that can pick things up with
Tail.
like yeah,
Dude.
like an extra hand? I didn't even have to finish.
Yeah,
like,
to have a prehensile tail, bro. Oh, that's what the little what are they called? Spider monkeys, I think. That's what their little, that's what their tail is.
I would love to just be able to back to being a dad, having that extra because I'm carrying Maymay in one hand.
Oh,
There's so many times I wish I had another.
Yeah, there's
hand.
so many times that like she's freaking out, so I have to grab stuff so that she like I can just pick her up and I have her in one hand and like three things I'm juggling, or she's got her tablet like this out in my face, so I'm trying to make it to the car.
Mm-hmm. If you had to be a flavor of ice cream, which one would it be?
Mint chocolate chip, bro.
Mint chocolate chip.
The superior ice cream.
I'm on mint right now,
dude.
Right?
It's
it
fire.
Kind of freaking. It's kind of busting, but
it smacks.
I don't know. The classic cookie dough kind of.
I was gonna say peanut butter cookie dough.
Yeah. That shit kind of slaps too.
Yeah.
Man, I haven't had sugar in like 3 weeks, and I'm kind of craving some sugar now.
I brought a bunch of candy.
Yeah, I know you did, and I won't have any candy. It sucks.
All right.
I appreciate the offer.
Stuck up much.
I gotta stay strong. I gotta stay
strong. I appreciate that. I do.
I really gotta make a difference.
I know. I don't know. I feel like I've had a bunch of people offer me like drinks in the last couple of weeks, and I'm like, no, I don't need that shit.
Yeah, and you know me, I like food. I can put down some food.
Food's
You watch me put a smack down on a couple medium pizzas.
I'm bored to eat like crazy, dude.
Would you rather have to wear a helmet or always wear socks on your hands for the rest of your life?
Are you gonna be helmet guy?
Well, here's the problem, right? We have already talked about this. We can't use our fingers like very well if you're wearing socks. But isn't gloves basically socks for your hands?
I mean, yeah, but they're functional. Like, do these socks have toe things?
Toe things?
Yeah, the word lost me, okay? Or I lost the word. Proper structure lost me there.
I guess not. I would say they're probably like, 45-year-old dad white socks.
Yeah, if I just have mitts, like, if I'm just too oven mitting it up, like...
the half calf.
Or like, what was it, when like kids would get chicken pox, you mitt them up, tape it around their arms.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine that, like...
But dude, the ridicule you would get for having to wear a helmet all the time.
I don't know. I feel like it's almost a superpower. It's like, because you would have the greatest, like backbone. Like nothing would get to you. Like you over those years, surely like you've gained like a good sense.
Used to. Like,
yeah, and you build up some good retorts. Like you start noticing that other people's imperfections, and you're just slinging them every time.
You want to sign my helmet? Like having a cast.
Okay. I would love to.
I could draw flames.
It'll make you look. You'll go faster when you run.
Faster when I run, dog.
I mean, it'll.
I got my helmet and light up shoes. I'm 6 years old, cooking.
I just imagine you saying that as to like an average person on the street.
It says lady killer. B&H, bad motherfucking helmet.
And just bam.
Bam. I would always be riding a motorcycle.
But it's like a bike helmet.
No, it just said helmet.
No, it's gotta be a bike helmet.
It just
like,
said helmet. That's all it said was helmet.
Or imagine you just have you have like one of the like crotch rocket helmets, the like full mask helmets. And that's what your default is all the time. Just be like, is this a style choice?
Become a vigilante. Nobody knows what your face is.
You just come up to stops and race cops and drive off.
Peace. Sir, I'm gonna have to ask you to remove your helmet. I
Can't.
can't.
It's stuck.
It's stuck.
You ever seen Joe Dirt?
Someone's driving by and a police officer's trying to pull your helmet off. Yeah, it's a wig. Alright, well, I think it's a good time to
Calling it.
call it here. We had some good laughs.
Yeah, it was a fun time, man.
I appreciate everybody that's that sat through all this and had a good time with us. We'll catch you on the next one.